You have the keys. You passed the test. Congratulations. You've been handed a 2-ton metal box with a steering wheel and told, "Go ahead, join the party." It's a strange ritual, isn't it? This whole driving thing. We take it for granted, but it's this bizarre, beautiful, sometimes terrifying ballet of machinery and human impulse. You're out there now, part of the flow, part of the problem, part of the solution. It's a big responsibility, this little piece of freedom. You're not just operating a machine, you're participating in a society on wheels. And believe me, it's a society with its own set of unspoken rules, its own cast of characters. But before you get too comfortable, before you think you've got it all figured out, let's talk. Because there's a big difference between passing the test and actually how to drive. The test is the appetizer. The main course is the rest of your life on the road. And you want to be good at it. You want to be confident. You want to get from point A to point B without becoming a local news story. It's not about being the fastest or the flashiest. It's about being smart. It's about being aware. It's about understanding the physics and the psychology of this thing we do every single day. So today, we're going to get into it. We've got 7 ideas, 7 little nuggets of wisdom from people who do this for a living. The pros. The people who spend their lives behind the wheel. They see it all. They know the rhythm. These aren't just rules from a dusty handbook. They are the unwritten constitution of the road. This is the stuff that keeps you safe, that keeps you sane, and that ultimately makes the whole experience, well, enjoyable. Because that's the whole point of the car, isn't it? To go somewhere, let's make sure we get there. The seatbelt. What is it, really? It's a piece of fabric, a strap. But it's the most profound piece of fabric in your entire life at that particular moment. You get in the car, and what's the first thing you do? You reach for this thing. It's a ritual. It's the handshake agreement you make with physics before you even turn the key. You're saying, okay, I acknowledge that things are about to get very fast and potentially very sudden, and I would prefer to remain inside this vehicle. It's a fascinating piece of social engineering. They made it annoying to wear it. That little beeping sound? That's the voice of reason nagging you. Listen to it. People who don't wear it, I don't get them. What's the philosophy there? Are you a fatalist? Do you think you have some kind of special arrangement with the laws of motion? A seatbelt isn't a suggestion. It's the bare minimum. It's the difference between a bad day and the last day. It takes 1 second. Click. That's it. That's the sound of you deciding to stick around for a while. It's the single greatest, simplest, most effective safety device ever invented for a car. And it costs you nothing to use. It's just sitting there waiting. Don't overthink it. Just do the click. It's the click of reason. Driving is a full-time job. The pay is you get to where you're going. The only problem is, people try to turn it into a part-time job. They want to be a driver, and also a DJ, a texter, a gourmand, a makeup artist. You're in a multi-thousand-pound projectile. This is not the time to multitask. Your phone, in particular. What could possibly be on that little screen that is more important than the giant glass screen in front of you showing you real-time, life or death information? A text message can wait. A cat video can definitely wait. The red light turning green, the pedestrian stepping off the curb. That stuff is happening. Your focus is your most valuable asset in the car. It's the whole game. Your eyes belong on the road, your hands on the wheel, and your mind on the task. It's the one thing at a time business. This is not your mobile office. It's not your personal diner. It's a car. And your only job, from the moment you start the engine to the moment you turn it off, is to drive it. Everything else is a distraction. And a distraction is just an accident that hasn't found a place to happen yet. You have to be the goalie of your own vehicle. You have to watch the puck. Don't look away. Speed limits. They seem so arbitrary, don't they? 45 here, 30 there. Who decides this? Is there a guy in a lab coat with a clipboard saying, you know, I'm feeling 55 for this stretch of asphalt? It seems random, but it's not. It's science, it's geometry. It's a group of very serious people figuring out the maximum velocity at which you can navigate a particular curve or a stretch of road without ending up in a ditch. It's the suggested speed of not crashing. And I think that's a suggestion worth taking. It's not a challenge, it's not a starting bid. When you see a sign that says 65, it doesn't mean at least 65. It means this is the speed we've all agreed is reasonable for this situation. It's a social contract. And when you break it, you're not just being a rebel. You're being a nuisance. You're messing with the whole rhythm. You become the unpredictable element. You're the guy who talks too loud in a library. Everybody else is trying to get somewhere safely, and you're just trying to get there first. Why? So you can wait at the same red light as everyone else, just a few seconds earlier? It's a fool's game. Just go with the flow. It's easier, it's safer, it's saner. Following distance. It's the automotive equivalent of personal space. You know that person at a party who stands too close when they talk to you? You keep taking a little step back, and they keep stepping forward? That's the tailgater. They're a close talker but with a ton of steel. They're in your bubble. And it's not just annoying, it's incredibly dangerous. You need a buffer. You need time to react. If you have to stop suddenly, you don't want the guy behind you to become your new back seat. You need space. It's your margin for error. This is where the 3-second rule comes in. It's so elegant, so simple. You pick a fixed object up ahead, a sign, an overpass, whatever. When the car in front of you passes it, you start counting 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. If you pass that same object before you finish counting, you're too close. Back off. Give yourself that cushion. It's the most relaxing thing you can do on a highway. It's a gift you give yourself, the gift of time, the gift of not having someone else's grill emblem imprinted on your trunk. Your car is surrounded by a world you can't see. It's a paradox. You're encased in glass, yet you're half blind. Those little patches over your shoulders? They're like little Bermuda triangles for cars. They're called blind spots for a reason. Things disappear in there. A motorcycle, a small car, a unicyclist. I don't know what's out there. You have to assume something is always there. Your mirrors are fantastic tools. They tell you most of the story. The rear view, the side views. They're your best friends. You should be glancing at them constantly, just taking in the information, building a mental map of what's around you. But the mirrors don't tell the whole story. They're the first draft. The final edit requires a head check, a physical turn of the head. It feels a little dramatic, a little theatrical, but that quick glance over your shoulder before you change lanes is the most important move you can make. It's the difference between a smooth merge and a side swipe. You're confirming what the mirrors told you. You're double-checking reality. It's like asking, "Are you sure?" And in this business, it's always, always better to be sure. You have to know what's in the world behind your shoulders. Driving isn't checkers, it's chess. You have to be thinking a few moves ahead. That's what defensive driving is. It's not about being timid or scared. It's about being smart. It's about being a psychic. You have to assume everyone else on the road is about to do something completely insane. That car waiting to pull out from the side street? Assume he's going to go for it. The person weaving in and out of traffic up ahead? Assume he's eventually going to cut you off. You anticipate. You create a plan. What's my escape route? Where can I go if this person does the dumb thing I expect them to do? It's an attitude. It's a state of mind. You're not just reacting to what's happening. You're proactively managing the space around you. You see the brake lights 2 cars ahead, not just the car in front of you. You notice the kid on the sidewalk with the ball. You're a detective looking for clues. The wobbly tire on the truck. The driver who hasn't looked in your direction. It's about staying out of trouble instead of getting out of trouble. It's a quiet confidence. You're not just a participant in the traffic. You're the conductor of your own little symphony of safety. This car you're driving, it's not a magical appliance, it's a machine. A very complex machine with a lot of moving parts, all of which have to work together. And you have to be on speaking terms with it. That's what maintenance is. It's a conversation. It's a mechanical handshake. You take care of the car takes care of you. You ignore it, and it will pick the most inconvenient possible moment to remind you of its existence. A flat tire in a rainstorm. Brakes that decide to get mushy on a steep hill. It's not personal, it's just cause and effect. You don't have to be a master mechanic. Nobody's asking you to rebuild a transmission, but you have to know the basics. You have to look at your tires. Are they bald? Do they have air in them? It's not that hard. You have to check your oil. You have to make sure your brakes feel right. It's about paying attention. Your car gives you little signals all the time. A weird noise, a strange vibration, a little light on the dashboard. Don't ignore these things. That's the car talking to you. It's saying, hey, I might need a little help over here, listen to it. A healthy car is a safe car. So there you have it. 7 ideas, 7 things to think about. It sounds like a lot, I know. It sounds like a list of chores, but it's not. Eventually, this all becomes second nature. It becomes instinct. You won't even think about the 3-second rule. You'll just do it. You won't debate checking your blind spot. Your head will just turn. It's about building good habits from the very beginning. Because every single person you see on the road who looks like they know what they're doing, the professional, the commuter, the road tripper, they all had a first day. They all had that moment of panic and excitement. They all started exactly where you are now. They learned, they practiced, and they probably made a few mistakes in an empty parking lot where nobody could see them. The goal isn't to be a perfect driver overnight. The goal is to be a little bit better, a little bit smarter, every time you get behind the wheel. It's a skill that you'll hone for the rest of your life. It's a journey, not a destination, which is ironic, because the whole point of driving is to get to a destination. But you know what I mean, so take a breath. Relax. This is supposed to be one of the great freedoms of modern life. It's about independence. It's about exploration. It's about being able to decide on a whim that you need a different kind of coffee from a shop across town. Don't let the responsibility overshadow the privilege. Be smart, be safe, and keep practicing. The confidence will come. And when it does, you can just focus on the road ahead. Enjoy the trip.